Is Hollywood evolving or quietly disappearing behind extreme weight loss trends? Stars are hitting the red carpet thinner, sharper, and almost unrecognizable. This isn't green juice or Pilates. It's a powerful diabetes drug being used for rapid results. Behind the glow are nausea, fatigue, and real health risks. These aren't glow-ups. They're warning signs. Stay with us because what's really happening might shock you. Lizzo was once the loudest and proudest voice of body positivity in modern pop culture. She celebrated her curves on stage, spoke openly about self-love, and encouraged millions of fans to embrace themselves exactly as they are. Her confidence became her brand, and her message resonated far beyond music. That's why her recent transformation didn't just surprise people, it sparked a wave of confusion and debate. When new photos appeared, Lizzo looked noticeably slimmer, almost to the point of being unrecognizable to some fans. The reaction was immediate. Instead of applause, there was shock. Many people felt blindsided, questioning whether the message they had supported for years was changing. One viral comment summed it up. Was body positivity just part of the image? The speed of her transformation raised even more questions. While Lizzo has shared parts of her fitness journey and lifestyle changes, some observers believe the shift happened too quickly to be explained by natural methods alone. Behind the scenes, there are whispers about pressure from the industry, including expectations tied to performance, image, and maintaining relevance in a competitive space. The backlash has been intense. Critics accuse her of contradicting her own message, while supporters argue that she still has the right to change her body however she chooses. At the center of it all is a deeper conflict between personal choice and public identity. Lizzo's story is no longer just about weight. It reflects what happens when authenticity meets pressure. In an industry that constantly demands perfection, even the strongest voices can be pushed into difficult decisions. Kim Kardashian doesn't just follow beauty standards in Hollywood, she shapes them. For years, she has defined what curves, confidence, and influence look like on a global scale. But even by her own rules, her recent transformation stopped people in their tracks. Practically overnight, Kim appeared dramatically slimmer, with sharper features and a noticeably reduced frame that sparked immediate attention across media and social platforms. What made the situation more controversial was her own admission. Kim openly shared that she lost a significant amount of weight in a very short time to fit into a historic dress for the Met Gala. To her, it was a styling decision, a commitment to fashion. But to millions watching, it felt like something much bigger. Critics called it reckless, while medical experts questioned the safety and sustainability of such rapid weight loss. When someone with Kim's level of influence changes their body so quickly, it doesn't stay personal. It becomes a message. Fans, especially younger audiences, see it as a standard to chase, even if it may not be realistic or healthy. The pressure doesn't just come from Hollywood anymore. It spreads globally through social media, shaping expectations far beyond red carpets and celebrity culture. Kim may describe her transformation as discipline and dedication, but the speed and timing raised serious concerns. In a world where appearance is power, her change felt like a personal journey and more like a performance. And when perfection becomes something to showcase, the impact reaches far beyond one person. Elon Musk may not be a Hollywood celebrity, but when he casually mentioned using weight loss medication, the conversation instantly exploded beyond the entertainment industry. Known for pushing limits in technology and business, Musk unintentionally pulled the spotlight onto a growing trend that had mostly stayed within celebrity circles. Suddenly, weight loss drugs were no longer just a Hollywood secret. They became part of a much larger cultural shift. Fans quickly noticed his leaner appearance, and what might have once been seen as a personal change took on a different meaning. In Silicon Valley, where productivity and optimization are everything, Musk's transformation was interpreted as more than just physical. It symbolized discipline, efficiency, and the idea that even the human body could be optimized like a machine. That's where the real concern begins. When one of the most influential figures in the world normalizes these shortcuts, the pressure doesn't stay at the top. It spreads. Entrepreneurs, tech workers, and everyday people begin to see extreme body changes not as a choice, but as a new standard to keep up with. What started on red carpets quietly moved into boardrooms and offices. Unlike Hollywood, there are no stylists or glam teams behind the scenes. Just ambition, competition, and the growing belief that success should look a certain way. Musk didn't present his change as a transformation story, but his influence made it one anyway. In the end, his case reveals something bigger than weight loss. It shows how quickly trends can cross industries, turning personal decisions into global expectations. Mindy Kaling was once seen as proof that talent mattered more than fitting into Hollywood's narrow beauty standards. As a writer, actress, and producer, she built her career on intelligence, humor, and authenticity, proudly embracing her natural look while succeeding on her own terms. That's exactly why her recent transformation caught so many people off guard. When new photos surfaced, Mindy appeared noticeably slimmer, and fans immediately began to question what had changed. She has credited her weight loss to healthier habits, including mindful eating and staying active. But for many observers, the timeline feels unusually fast. Real, sustainable weight loss typically takes time, yet her transformations seem to align closely with a major project tied to strict industry expectations. That timing raised suspicions. Some insiders have quietly suggested that there may be more behind the scenes than what's publicly shared. At the same time, her social media presence has become more curated, with carefully chosen angles and polished appearances that feel less spontaneous than before. For fans who admired her openness and relatability, this shift feels significant. What once made Mindy stand out was her willingness to joke about imperfections and reject unrealistic standards. Now that tone seems to be fading, replaced by a more controlled image. The change isn't just physical. It reflects a deeper tension between personal authenticity and the pressure to conform. Fans remain divided. Some support her choices and celebrate her transformation, while others feel a sense of disconnect. For many, this isn't just about weight loss. It's about trust, identity, and what happens when even the most authentic voices begin to change. Sharon Osbourne has never been someone who hides the truth, and this time was no different. Known for her sharp personality and unapologetic honesty, she shocked fans when she openly admitted that her weight loss journey had gone too far. What started as a simple decision to lose weight quickly turned into something much more serious. Sharon revealed that she used a popular weight loss medication, expecting fast and effective results. And at first, it worked. The weight came off rapidly, and her appearance changed dramatically. But the reality behind that transformation was far from glamorous. She became extremely thin, frail, and physically weak. Basic daily activities became difficult, and she often felt too exhausted to function normally. The most alarming part was that even after stopping the medication, the damage didn't simply disappear. Sharon spoke about ongoing health issues, including trouble eating, digestive problems, and an unsettling inability to regain weight. Her body no longer responded the way it used to, leaving her stuck in a fragile state she hadn't anticipated. Beyond the physical effects, there was also a psychological toll. She admitted becoming fixated on the number on the scale, watching it drop in a way that became almost addictive. What began as a desire for improvement turned into something she struggled to control. By speaking out, Sharon pulled back the curtain on what many in Hollywood avoid discussing. Her story serves as a powerful warning that the pursuit of rapid transformation can come with lasting consequences. In an industry obsessed with appearance, her honesty stands out as a reminder that health should always come first. Amy Schumer built her career on honesty. She became known for openly mocking Hollywood's obsession with beauty, weight, and perfection, turning those pressures into comedy that resonated with millions. That's why her own experience with rapid weight loss hit differently. It wasn't just surprising, it felt deeply ironic. At one point, Amy decided to try a popular weight loss medication that had been gaining attention across Hollywood. The results came quickly. She noticeably slimmed down, and headlines followed almost immediately. On the surface, it looked like another celebrity transformation, but behind the scenes, the reality was far more serious. Amy later revealed that the side effects were overwhelming. She experienced constant nausea, extreme fatigue, and intense mood swings that affected her daily life. The most painful part wasn't physical, it was emotional. She found herself too sick and exhausted to spend quality time with her young son. That moment became a turning point. Instead of continuing down that path, Amy made a decision that stood out in an industry driven by appearance. She stopped. She didn't try to hide it or rebrand it as success. She openly described the experience as harmful to her body and chose to prioritize her health and her family over public approval. Her story quickly became more than just another celebrity headline. It became a rare moment of honesty in a culture that often hides the cost of looking perfect. While many continue chasing rapid results, Amy walked away. In a world where shrinking is often rewarded, her decision to stop might be the boldest transformation of all. Oprah Winfrey has long been seen as one of the most trusted voices in media, a symbol of honesty, vulnerability, and self-acceptance. For decades, she openly shared her struggles with weight, body image, and the emotional challenges that came with them. That transparency became a core part of her identity, and the reason millions of people felt connected to her. So when Oprah revealed that she had used weight loss medication, the reaction was immediate and intense. For many fans, it felt unexpected, even contradictory. This was the same person who had spent years speaking about the dangers of diet culture and encouraging people to embrace themselves as they are. Her decision sparked a wave of discussion that went far beyond her personal journey. The issue wasn't just about weight loss, it was about influence. Oprah is not just a celebrity. She is someone whose words shape how people think about health, self-worth, and lifestyle choices. When someone with that level of authority makes a shift like this, it sends a powerful message, whether intended or not. Some people defended her, arguing that she was simply being human and making a personal decision about her health. Others questioned whether it conflicted with the values she had promoted for years. The contrast between her past message and present choices created a sense of tension that many couldn't ignore. Oprah's story highlights a deeper reality. In a culture that constantly pressures people to change their bodies, even the strongest voices are not immune. And sometimes, the hardest standard to live up to is your own. Hollywood sells transformation like a dream, but the reality behind it is far more complicated. From sudden weight loss to visible health struggles, these stories show that chasing perfection often comes at a cost people rarely talk about. What looks like discipline on the surface can sometimes be pressure, influence, or even survival in an industry that demands constant reinvention. These transformations aren't just personal choices anymore. They send messages to millions of people watching, shaping what beauty, success, and even self-worth are supposed to look like. And when the biggest names in the world change overnight, it makes everyone else question where they stand. So now we want to hear from you. Which story shocked you the most? And do you think this trend is getting out of control? Is it empowerment, or is it pressure disguised as choice? Drop your thoughts in the comments below. We're reading everything. If this video made you think, don't forget to like, share it with your friends, and subscribe for more deep dives into the stories behind the spotlight.